Structural integrity for vessels and other structures. The structural integrity of a vessel is crucial for maintaining its stability and safety in various maritime conditions, particularly after sustained damage. Key considerations for structural integrity include watertight compartments. Passenger ships must be subdivided into watertight compartments to prevent flooding in the event of hull damage. This ensures the ship remains afloat and stable after an incident. Stability requirements. Both passenger and cargo ships must meet specific stability standards to ensure they can maintain equilibrium and prevent capsizing under normal operating conditions or in the event of damage. Bilge pumping arrangement. Passenger ships must have bilge pumping system in place to remove water that accumulates in the lower parts of the vessel in case of leaks or damage. By addressing these security and structural elements on the scan security survey, ensure the vessel is prepared to prevent, detect and respond to potential security threats, maintaining the safety and security for the vessel, its crew and passengers. Components and operations of system to protect vessel personnel. To safeguard vessel personnel and ships from attacks, comprehensive systems and procedures are necessary. These systems focus on preventing the smuggling of dangerous weapons or tools that could be used in attacks. Key components and operational measures include weapon detection and preventions, and key security challenges preventing attackers from bringing weapons or instruments on destruction on board. Smuggling is a serious threat, especially if weapons are brought aboard in disassembled form, such as parts of a gun or bomb. In such cases, ordinary crew members may not be able to recognize these components. They can counteract this. Vessel personnel must be trained to identify and recognize various weapons and destructive devices, even they are discrete or in parts. Crew training. All crew members should have basic knowledge of common weapons and devices that could be used in attack. Security training should include the recognition of weapons, suspicious behaviors, and smuggling techniques. This basic understanding empowers the crew to identify potential threats early. Security measures. The vessel should implement physical security measures such as screening or searches for weapons, surveillance or sensitive areas, and control access points to restrict unauthorized entry. Additionally, non-lethal means neutralize threats such as security barriers or control access to the bridge and cargo hold should be maintained. Coordinate response plans. When weapons or dangerous materials are detected or suspected on board, there should be pre-established procedure for addressing the situation. This includes notifying authorities, securing the ships, and preparing the crew for potential evacuation or other emergency responses. Role of proper procedure in preventing and mitigating security incidents. In the event of security threats, the vessel must be prepared to respond immediately and appropriately. These procedures should be followed to mitigate the risk of harm and reduce the impact of security incidents. Identify threat level. If the ship is operated at security level 1, normal condition, and the master or ship security officer perceive a threat, the ship should take immediately action. The threat must be reported to the Port Facilities Administration or the contracting government to ensure coordinated action. Procedure in case of security breach. Activate the Ship Security Alert System, SAS. The system sends an alert indicating that the ship is under threat without triggering alarm on board. The system notifies the company or designated authority of the situation. Crew response. The crew should be immediately directed from their emergency stations to prepare for a potential escalation. Report the incident. The master must report the breach to the contracting government of the port facility and relevant authorities. Prepare for evacuation or port departure. The master should assess whether evacuation or moving the ship away from the port is necessary. Depending for the nature of the incident, evacuation plan must be activated and the ship should be ready to leave the port if required. Contingency response plan. The ship's response should follow the contingency response plans, which will address specific types of threats such as hijacking, bomb threats, pirates, stowaways, or distribution of port facility. Each of these incidents require tailored action to ensure the safety of the vessel crew and port personnel. Immediately actions for specific threats. Hijacking. Follow the established hijack protocol, which includes security lockdown procedure, negotiation with authority, and potential evacuation. Bomb threats, explosive detection. If a bomb threat or suspicious object is detected, the vessel should prepare for evacuation and coordinate it with bomb disposal experts. Piracy or armed attack. Implement anti-piracy measures, including security on deck and the use of protective barriers of defensive tactics. Stowaway discovery. Secure the stowaway and report the incident to the authorities for proper investigation and deportation if necessary.